Nobody tells you when they lose respect for you. They don't schedule a conversation for it or send a calendar invite titled Reevaluating Our Relationship. It's a silent verdict delivered without a trial. People are conflict averse. They won't confront you directly. Instead, they just quietly downgrade your importance in their lives, and the shift is so gradual you might not notice it at first. They just start acting different. The detailed emails you used to get become one-word answers. The calls that were once returned within the hour now go to voicemail, maybe earning you a text back a day later. The invitations to lunch or after-work drinks just stop. You start hearing about get-togethers after they've already happened. In conversations, the eye contact doesn't last. Their gaze drifts past you, to the clock on the wall, to their phone under the table. It's a clear signal that what you're saying isn't holding their attention. And then one day, you're in a room full of people you know, and you realize you've become invisible. You're speaking, but nobody is really listening. You've become background noise. This isn't because of one big dramatic mistake. It's the slow erosion caused by 1,000 tiny signals you didn't even realize you were sending. It's the death by 1,000 paper cuts, each one a seemingly harmless habit that chipped away at how people saw you. Let's break down how it actually happens, in real life, and what those signals are. Nobody tells you when they lose respect for you. There's no formal announcement, no scheduled conversation for it. It's not a sudden event, but a quiet, creeping change in the atmosphere. One day, you just feel it. They just start acting different. The warmth you once took for granted has cooled. The easy flow of conversation becomes strained. It begins with the small things, the digital breadcrumbs of disconnection. Shorter replies, delayed callbacks. The exclamation points vanish. The thoughtful paragraphs you send are met with a single, sterile sentence. You tell yourself they're just busy, that it's nothing personal. But a pattern begins to form. A consistent and chilling distance that's impossible to ignore. You find yourself rereading old conversations, comparing the before and after, searching for the exact moment the tide turned. Then it bleeds into the real world. Eye contact that doesn't last. A glance that used to be a shared look of understanding now feels like an interruption. Their focus shifts away from you, to their phone, to someone else across the room, to anywhere but here. And one day you realize the room treats you like background noise. Your opinions are met with polite nods but no follow-up questions. Your stories trail off into silence. You've become part of the scenery, a presence that is acknowledged but not truly seen or heard. This isn't because of one big mistake, not a dramatic betrayal or a public failure. It's because of small signals you kept sending, almost unconsciously. These are the subtle habits, the minor missteps in communication and self-presentation that over time chipped away at the foundation of their esteem for you. Here's how it actually happens in real life. Respect rarely drops overnight. It's not a switch that gets flipped. It fades, step by step, in a slow, almost imperceptible retreat. Think of it like a shoreline slowly eroding. Each wave is tiny, insignificant on its own, but over months and years the landscape is fundamentally altered. People recalibrate how much of you they let in. They subconsciously adjust the level of access they grant you, not just to their time, but to their thoughts, their vulnerabilities, and their trust. The emotional drawbridge that was once lowered for you is slowly, quietly being raised inch by inch. You might not even notice until you find yourself on the outside, wondering how you got there. In workplaces, families, and friend groups, the pattern is always the same. The dynamics may differ, but the mechanics of fading respect are universal. You can miss it because nothing is ever said out loud. There's no confrontation, no memo, no family meeting. The silence is the message. The lack of conflict is paradoxically the evidence of the problem. People who respect you will argue with you, challenge you, and engage with you. People who have lost respect simply disengage, but it shows up in habits. Less initiative toward you, fewer invitations, softer commitments. The "we should definitely get coffee sometime" that never materializes. The project updates you hear about secondhand. The family gatherings you learn about after the fact. These aren't oversights. They are symptoms of a deeper shift. It's crucial to watch for the behaviors that cause this silent erosion, because by the time you notice the silence, the damage is often already done. Understanding the root causes is the first step toward rebuilding what was lost, or perhaps building something stronger in its place. The more you talk, the more chances you give people to see uncertainty. Confident people don't rush to fill silence. They speak when it matters. When your decisions depend on other people's approval, you lose control of how you're perceived. People respect those who are comfortable standing alone. If you agree to everything, you slowly become invisible. People stop valuing your time because you don't protect it. No. One day confident, next day unsure. People don't know what version of you they'll get. The more you try to prove your worth, the more it feels forced. People can sense it immediately. Apologizing for everything weakens your presence. It makes it seem like you're always at fault, even when you're not. When you're distracted, checking your phone, or not fully engaged, people feel it, and they match that energy. Respect isn't something you ask for. It's something people decide based on how you show up, repeatedly. If you noticed yourself in any of these behaviors, if a particular example felt uncomfortably familiar, that's not a reason for judgment. It's a good sign. That feeling of discomfort is the first signal of a powerful opportunity. It's the mind's way of flagging a discrepancy between who you are and how you are perceived. It's a quiet alarm telling you that a pattern you've fallen into might be holding you back from the respect and recognition you deserve. Don't push that feeling away. Instead, lean into it. Ask yourself why it felt so familiar. Was it the meeting where you over-apologized for a minor mistake? The family dinner where you couldn't say no to an unreasonable request? Or the conversation where you realized you were talking just to fill the silence without adding any real value? It means you're paying attention. You're self-aware enough to see the subtle patterns that shape how others see you. This is a skill many people never develop. They move through life on autopilot, wondering why they feel undervalued or overlooked, never connecting it to their own repeated actions. But you've taken the crucial first step. You've observed. You've looked at the blueprint of your own interactions and identified the weak points. This awareness is your most powerful tool. It separates you from those who are passively shaped by their circumstances and puts you in the driver's seat. You can now move from unconscious reaction to conscious action. Because awareness is where all meaningful change starts. It's the quiet moment of recognition before the first step is taken. Change doesn't begin with a grand, sweeping gesture. It begins with a small, internal shift. It's the decision to pause before speaking, to ask yourself if your apology is truly necessary, or to hold your ground with a simple, firm no. Each of these small adjustments is a vote for a more respected version of yourself. It's about building a new set of habits, one interaction at a time. The goal isn't perfection overnight, it's progress, however incremental. That single line written in a journal is more powerful than 1,000 unfulfilled resolutions because it's specific, actionable, and born from genuine self-awareness. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about refining the signals you send so they accurately reflect your true value. Your core identity, your intelligence, and your intentions are not what need changing. The challenge is ensuring those qualities are not obscured by a layer of insecure behaviors. Think of it like a radio signal. Your value is the broadcast, but behaviors like needing constant validation or trying too hard to impress are static. They distort the message, making it difficult for others to hear the real you. By consciously choosing your actions, you are simply clearing the interference. You are allowing the person you already are to be seen and heard without distortion. It's an act of alignment, not transformation. Subscribe to Human Blueprint for more practical observations on the mechanics of human behavior.